The shortlist for the 2019 Hyundai Mercury Prize has been announced, revealing 12 albums that celebrate the best of British and Irish music. The winner will be revealed on September 19th, which gives you plenty of time to get to know each artist. This is the third album by the Matt Healy-fronted five-piece who started life as a school band in Cheshire in 2002. A brief inquiry into online relationships is an ambitious, genre-spanning kaleidoscope of a record that firmly drags the rock band blueprint into the 21st century. In a passionate, innovative, often charming double album, the 1975's third record is packed with big choruses and big ideas. According to NME, the album is a magpie pop masterpiece that could only be made right now and right here. This is the third album by the Londoner who not only boasts swooning vocals but is also one of the best guitarists of her generation. Revolving around a lyrical examination of gender, sexuality, identity and passion, Hunter is a fizzing swirl of primal energy, graceful songwriting, affecting melody and assured power. Pitchfork say that with this record, Calvi has certainly found a new way of speaking, one that uses her musical mastery to communicate something truly urgent. A willfully mysterious London four-piece. They prefer to be pictured as computer avatars rather than have their photo taken. The band have recently been hailed as the UK's best new live band. Slogan Haim is hard to categorise as it draws influence from seemingly disparate genres, including jazz, post-rock and scrolling indie. However, the album coalesces into a discordant yet stunning musical universe, as Black Midi's sonic explorations prove truly enveloping and immersive. The originality, virtuosity and sheer impossible-to-categorise oddness of Black Midi is a breath of fresh air, argue the Times. Carmarthenshire singer-songwriter Katelyn Le Bon moved from living in the middle of Los Angeles to an isolated cottage in the Peak District to make her fifth album, Reward. Having exiled herself to the countryside, Le Bon eventually returned with a charming collection of breezy songs that soar with airy melodies and compelling, thought-provoking lyrics. Katelyn Le Bon is one of the best out there making music now, says Wilco's Jeff Tweedy. This is the debut album from the Brixton-born rapper David Omoregui, or just Dave to you and me. A sharp, insightful concept album that flows around a therapy session, psychodrama examines mental health, strained relationships, and the social realities currently confronting young Black men through emotionally raw yet carefully crafted bars, plus a spectrum-spanning backing of synths, grooves, and beats. It's certainly the boldest album to emerge from the UK hip-hop's renaissance, in the opinion of The Guardian. Originally from Oxford, math rock band Foals relocated to a new base in South London to create this epic project. It worked as they recorded enough material for 2 records. This is their 5th album, while a 6th LP, Part 2, will be released before the end of 2019. Everything Not Saved Will Be Lost Part 1 embraces the band's more electronic side, in a moody vision of environmental collapse of dystopian futures. In the judgment of Q magazine, Everything Not Saved is an exercise in artistic liberation. Fontaines DC are an explosive Dublin-based 5-piece, fronted by the uncompromising Graham Chatton. Full of dirt-speckled, serrated indie rock and roll, entwined around a poetic core, Fontaines DC's debut album is affecting and anthemic. Dogwall is an album of tremendous ardour and vivid landscapes, interspersed with an Irish underdog spirit, suggests Pace magazine. Idols are a Bristolian punk 5-piece and a word-of-mouth fan phenomenon that has propelled them to widespread acclaim. From lyrics about toxic masculinity to the impact of Brexit on British society, frontman Joe Talbot proudly pins his heart on his sleeve when it comes to the words, which are accompanied by urgent, fuzz-drenched, muscular rock. Mojo's verdict on Joy as an act of resistance was to declare that it cranks everything up to the next level. No band is better equipped to document the here and now, warts and all. She's an Islington-based rapper, actress and Gorillaz collaborator, nicknamed Bars Simpson, or commonly Little Sims. Propelled by a series of low-key but unforgettable smoky raps that brim with vivid feelings, Grey Area is an enveloping, atmospheric record that both hits its marks before going on to hang around and haunt its listeners' consciousnesses after every spin. In the words of Kendrick Lamar, Little Sims might be the illest doing it right now. She sure is, Kendrick. The self-proclaimed pioneer of wonky funk, Naio Joshua is a Nottingham-born, London-raised singer-songwriter who now goes by the name Naio. Full of big melodies and little quirks that give Naio's songs a unique emotional charge, the singer-songwriter's second album captures the real-life experience of turning 30 against the backdrop of millennial uncertainty. The Independent describes Naio as a near-perfect brand of sultry neo-soul-inflected R&B. Led by saxophonist and composer Cassie Kanoshi, Seed Ensemble are a 10-piece band that unites some of London's newest and brightest jazz musicians. Driven by an inquisitive improvisational spirit while rooted in the best jazz traditions, Seed Ensemble's debut is a forward-looking record that is a vanguard of the UK's dazzling new jazz scene, with its blend of brass, vocals, and West African and Caribbean grooves. The record is a wonderful reflection not simply of the best of London's current improvisational music, but a strong perspective representing the city's young black creative class in the eyes of Afro-punk. The one-man protest movement that is Northampton's Tyrone Frampton, better known as Slow Tie. Driven by rat-a-tat beats and edgy synths, Slow Tie's debut album is an impassioned outpouring of politics and pop culture, hopes and horrors, that offers a snapshot of disunited kingdom. So impressed that he's taken him on tour with him, Liam Gallagher has declared Slow Tie has a bit of a Johnny Rotten vibe about him. That completes your Hyundai Mercury Prize shortlist. 12 incredible artists and 12 incredible albums to celebrate all that's great about British and Irish music. All that's left is to find out who wins on September 19th.